About a year ago, the state of Missouri passed a law that made it illegal for anybody to come into the state, whether they work for the federal government or local jurisdictions or whatever it may be. It would be illegal, or it is illegal, for them to come into the state of Missouri and enforce unconstitutional Second Amendment laws against the citizens of Missouri. And I think that's fantastic. Now, we haven't really ran into anything in the state of Missouri where somebody's getting arrested by the federal police and they've actually used this law. So I'm very curious what it looks like in practice. In paper, love it. In practice, I'm very curious how this is going to play out. And many states and counties and cities around the country are declaring themselves to be Second Amendment sanctuaries, but that's very different than what Missouri did. Literally making it illegal, turning it into a crime for somebody to come into this state and arrest somebody for any sort of Second Amendment violation. So if the ATF came in here and raided my house or did whatever, they could go to jail under this new law because they would be breaking the law. Of course they're breaking the law. There's so many laws that would be broken if they came into my house to seize my firearms. But the fact that we're sitting in this state and there are laws on the books is great. Now, recently, Greenville County in South Carolina also passed similar laws, because right now the state of Missouri is the only one in America that I'm aware of that has it not only unconstitutional to violate your Second Amendment rights, but illegal. It makes it essentially a crime. But Greenville, South Carolina recently did that, but they actually pulled back on the crime aspect of it, not making it a crime, like having no consequences for authorities to be enforcing anti-Second Amendment rules on their citizens. So the citizens are very upset. They all wanted this law to pass, and it did pass, but they actually took out the writing on it to make it illegal. So now Greenville County is really upset, and they want it to make it not just illegal, but make it a crime to cause any sort of anti-Second Amendment issues in that county. And I think it's great. I think as we see elections coming up, and cities and counties all over the country, regardless of whether you're on the right or the left, are preparing for what they believe to be a Second Amendment showdown in 2022 between the Supreme Court and the elections in the fall. So everybody's just kind of preparing to see what's going to happen and planning for the worst. And Greenville County, they were almost there, but they got to get there. They got to make it to where it's a crime to violate your Second Amendment rights, because it is a crime to violate your Second Amendment rights. Love to hear your thoughts on all that. Put it in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel through Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.